If you want to speak English well, there is a sentence you need to understand deeply. You do not learn to speak by only studying. You learn to speak by speaking. It sounds obvious, but look around. Millions of people watch English videos, save English tips, buy English courses, and still cannot speak with confidence. They understand a lot. They know grammar. They know vocabulary. But when it is time to open their mouth, everything freezes. Silence, fear, embarrassment. The problem is not intelligence. The problem is not talent. The problem is simple. They live their English inside their head, not in their mouth and not in their daily life. Today, we're going to talk about how to change that. How to bring English from your head to your tongue. How to talk in English every single day, even if you live in a country where nobody around you speaks English. And how to build real confidence without waiting for perfect English to arrive. And if videos like this support your learning journey and make you feel less alone and more motivated, take a moment to subscribe to this channel. That small action tells the platform and tells me that you value smart, slow, real learning, and it gives me fuel to keep creating content that actually helps you grow, not just entertains you for 3 minutes. Now let us begin with a mindset shift. Stop waiting to deserve to speak English. You do not need perfect grammar to speak. You do not need an advanced level to speak. You do not need an accent from a movie to speak. You learn to walk by walking badly many times. You learn to write by writing badly many times. You will learn to speak English by speaking English badly many times. And that is not a problem. That is the path. So from now on, when you feel that thought, I will speak more when my English is better. Change it too. My English will be better because I speak more. That is the first rule. Always talk in English, even if it is simple. Now let us look at practical ways to talk in English every day, even when you are alone. First idea. Talk to yourself out loud. Yes, really. You are already talking to yourself all day inside your mind. You think about what you need to do, what you are feeling, what happened at work, what you will eat. Turn some of that into English out loud. For example, in the morning, you wake up, you sit on your bed, you say, in English, "Good morning. I am a little tired today, but it is okay. Today I need to go to work, answer some messages, and later I want to watch one episode of a series." Very simple. Very normal. You are not giving a TED Talk. You are just narrating your day, but in English. When you make coffee, you can say, "I am making coffee now. I love coffee in the morning. It helps me wake up." When you go out, you can say, "I am leaving the house. I think it is a little cold today. I should take a jacket." This is not about impressing anyone. It is about training your brain to connect daily life with English words. Your mouth needs repetition. If you talk to yourself in English for just 5 to 10 minutes a day, you will create hundreds of extra minutes of speaking practice every month. Second idea. Use English-only moments. Choose small parts of your day where English is the only language allowed. For example, when you are in the shower, when you walk to the bus, when you exercise, when you cook. During that time, you think in English, you talk in English, you ask yourself questions in English. In the shower, you can say, "Today I feel nervous because I have a meeting. I hope it goes well. If they ask me a question, I will try to stay calm." While you cook, you can describe, "I am cutting tomatoes. I am adding salt. I think I put too much salt. Maybe it will be too salty. Silly, simple, powerful. Because you are connecting English to real actions and real feelings, not only to textbooks. Third idea. Record voice messages to yourself. Take your phone. Open a voice recorder or a message app where you can send messages to yourself. Every day, record a short message in English. You can talk about what you did today, how you feel, one problem you are facing, something you are grateful for. For example, today was a long day. I woke up late and I missed the bus. At work, I was a little stressed, but I finished an important task, and I am proud of that. Do not worry about mistakes. The goal is not perfection. The goal is to move your mouth and organize your thoughts in English. After a few days, you can listen again to your old messages. You will notice progress. Your sentences will become longer, more natural, more fluid. Fourth idea. Use mirror practice. Stand in front of a mirror. Look at your own face. Talk to yourself as if you were talking to another person. You can practice. I am meeting you for the first time. Let me introduce myself. Then you say, "Hi, my name is... I am from... I work with... In my free time, I like to..." Look at your eyes when you speak. This feels uncomfortable at first, but it trains you to speak English while you are aware of your own face, which is exactly what happens in real conversations. You get used to hearing your voice, seeing your mouth move, and staying calm at the same time. Fifth idea. Turn daily tasks into English mini-lessons. When you write a shopping list, try writing it in English. Milk, eggs, bread, chicken, tomatoes. When you look at objects in your house, say their names in English. Door, window, ceiling, floor, plate, spoon, laptop, pillow. You can even make simple sentences. The door is open, the window is dirty, my pillow is very soft. This seems too basic, but it builds a strong foundation. You are telling your brain, English is connected to everything. Not only to exams and English class. Now many learners say, I understand these ideas, but I feel shy. I feel stupid talking to myself in English. I feel afraid when I speak with other people. Let us talk about that. Feeling shy does not mean you cannot speak. It just means you need more kindness and more practice. First, accept the discomfort. Speaking a second language will feel strange in the beginning. Your mouth is not used to the sounds. Your brain is not used to thinking in another language. Your ego is not used to making mistakes like a child. This discomfort is normal. Do not treat it as a sign that you should stop. Treat it as a sign that you are growing. Second, focus on communication, not perfection. Your goal in daily English is not to be a perfect textbook. Your goal is to make the other person understand you and to understand them. If you say, yesterday I go to the store. The grammar is not correct, but the message is clear. Of course, we want to improve grammar over time, but do not wait for perfect grammar to start speaking. You can correct little by little while you use what you have right now. Third, celebrate tiny wins. Most learners only notice what they did wrong. They think, I made 3 mistakes in that conversation. I am terrible. But they forget, I just had a full conversation in another language. That is incredible. So after you speak, even if it is short, even if it is messy, say to yourself, I did it. I spoke. That matters. This positive emotion tells your brain that speaking English is safe, even if it is not perfect. Now let us talk about real conversations with other humans. If you do not live in an English-speaking country, it can feel impossible to practice. But there are ways. One option: language exchange apps or websites. You can find people who want to practice your language, and in return, they help you with English. Even 1 or 2 short conversations a week can make a huge difference. Another option? Comment in English online. On videos, on posts, in communities about topics you love. Write comments, responses, questions in English. If someone replies, continue the conversation. Writing is not the same as speaking, but it trains the same skill. You form sentences. You learn expressions. You become faster in English. You can also use voice messages in apps where that is possible. This will push you to speak to real people, not only to yourself. Now let us talk about 2 habits that kill your English progress. First habit: translating every word in your head before you speak. If you try to create a perfect sentence in your first language and then translate word by word into English, you will always be slow and nervous. Instead, train yourself to use simple English that you already know. For example, maybe in your language you want to say, "I had an extremely exhausting day due to an overwhelming amount of tasks." In English, maybe you only know how to say, "I am very tired today. I had a lot of work." Say that. It is okay to say it more simply. You can always learn new expressions later. But if you insist on complex sentences from the beginning, you will block yourself and speak less. Second habit: comparing your English to native speakers or advanced learners all the time. When you watch a fluent person, you think, "I will never speak like that. I am so far behind." Remember, you are seeing their chapter 20. You are at chapter 3 or 5 or 10. Comparison without context kills motivation. Instead, compare yourself to your past self. Ask, how was my English 1 year ago, 6 months ago, 1 month ago? If you are talking more now, understanding more now, expressing more now, you are progressing. And progress, not perfection, is the goal. Let us bring this into a simple plan you can actually use. Here is a daily English talking routine you can try. Morning: 2 to 5 minutes of speaking to yourself out loud about your day and how you feel. During the day, choose one English-only moment for 5 to 10 minutes. For example, your shower or your walk. Evening: record a 1 to 3 minute voice note about your day. Once or twice a week, have one short conversation with someone in English online or in person. This routine does not need hours, but it needs consistency. If you do this most days for 3 months, your confidence will not be the same. You will feel more natural, more relaxed, more ready to use English whenever you need it. As we move toward a close, remember this: English is not just grammar. It is a tool for connection. It is a bridge to new people, new ideas, new opportunities, new versions of yourself. But the bridge only works if you walk on it. Not once, not only in your imagination. Again and again, in small daily ways. If something in this video helped you, write a comment in English. Even if it is a simple sentence, you can write, "Today I learned that I need to speak more." Or, "My goal is to talk in English every day, even if I make mistakes." Use the comments as practice. Your words might inspire another learner who is afraid to speak. Always talk in English, not just when you feel ready. Talk when you are tired. Talk when you are shy. Talk when you are excited. Talk when you are afraid. Because every time you choose to open your mouth, you're telling your brain, English is part of my life now. And slowly, day by day, that decision will transform you from someone who studies English into someone who actually lives in English, with more confidence, more freedom, and more possibilities than you imagined when you were only watching from the outside.